Welcome back to Chasing Water. We're out here camping on the lake out here in Southeastern Oregon, doing some bass fishing. We're on. Bass number 2. There's our first fish on a dry fly. Some fly fishing. There we go. Choked it. Doing a little bit of inflatable kayaking. We're doing a little bit of a catch and cook with some perch. Perch tacos. And enjoying the end of summer. Can't decide if I want to put my tent here or my tent right there. I think I'm gonna go right here, a little bit flatter. This one's kind of at a slope. Not really sure why the tarp's already dusty. We're almost done setting up. The last thing I'm adding, for those of you who watched the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I actually brought some pillows this time. I bought these camping hammocks probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. I still haven't used them. So I think today's a good time to use them. All right, I got camp set up. Got my hammock over here, tent over there. Got a little bit of sunlight left. I think I'm gonna break out a spinning rod and do a little bit of bass fishing. Just walking down to the dock right now. I would say we got maybe 30 minutes, an hour of sunlight. Try to hit some bass real quick and see what happens. We're on. There we go. First fish of a long weekend. There we go. There's the first fish of the weekend. Not a bad way to start on the first night. Can you see that? That is like a 10-pound bass. Oh my God. That thing is huge. Oh my God. Oh shit. I was fixing up some line. Bass number 2. And he's out of here. When I was a kid, I used to come camping at this lake all the time. This is kind of like a nostalgic little dock and spot right here. We used to come out here, just bobbers and worms, my friends and my dad and I. Catch tons of perch, tons of bass. We'd catch trout. Sometimes you'd catch catfish too. It was always a good time. Gotta catch a fish with this background. Gotta catch a fish, come on. I mean, there's not a better view to catch a fish. What's up, guys? Not a bad way to start off. A couple of bass. A freaking beautiful view right there. I think it's time to go back to camp and cut up some wood, get a fire going, and cook up some hot dogs. Tomorrow's gonna be a ton of fun. I'm gonna blow up this inflatable kayak. And I think I'm gonna take it around and just kind of, I don't know, maybe fly fish off of it, maybe bass fish, and just kind of go around the lake. Well, I think I'm just gonna listen to some music and just kind of relax and get ready for bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I'm gonna start getting up and get ready to start fishing again. I see some fish rising. That's always a good sign. Water's pretty glassy right now. Hopefully we can get on trout. There we go. There's species number 2 of the camping trip. Got a smallmouth bass. Wasn't expecting that. All right, we got 2 species down. Hopefully we can get a trout. Hopefully we can catch a perch. I'm not really gonna try to target catfish. Here we go. It's gonna be a cool looking fish one day. Oh, that's a good one. Better. Got another smallie. It's got some crazy red eyes. Pretty fish. Overall, not a whole lot of interest in any of the flies right now. I mean, I caught a couple of those smallmouth sight fishing them, but the perch didn't want to take anything. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rises with the trout, so I'm gonna kind of just chill on that. I tied on a little clouser thing, so I'm gonna try to catch some largemouth with the fly rod right now. See how that goes. Oh, something bit on it. A perch. There's our first perch right there. Now I do plan on catching and cooking them, but it's in the morning right now and I'm not gonna do that till later tonight. So I'm just gonna worry about that later. Third species on the day, largemouth, smallmouth, perch. Still looking for the trout. I really don't know if we're gonna find it though. I think that's a fish. Yeah, or a fish. It's a bass. Little largy. We're on. Something took my caddis. Oh, please be a trout. Oh my god, it's a brown trout. Kind of freaking brown. That brown trout was pretty cool. Been coming out here since I was a little kid. Never caught a brown trout. That's a first for me. That's species number 4 now. All right, I just got back to camp. I'm gonna let the GoPros charge up a little bit, and then I'm gonna inflate the kayak, and we're gonna go around the lake. Well, I'm still waiting on some of the GoPro batteries to charge up. I've got the inflatable kayak pumped up and ready to go. I'm gonna tie a little bit. We're gonna tie up one of the black leeches that caught some of the smallmouth this morning. And then we're gonna tie up kind of a little hopper to use it as an indicator for some of the smaller flies. I'm gonna catch you guys when we're back on the lake. Currently in a field of lily pads. All right, done kayaking. Time to get some worms. I'm trying to catch dinner. There's also kind of a cool car show going on out here in the woods. So yeah, it's kind of sick. Getting a lot of bites over here. Let's see if I can get a fish. There you go. Finally a perch. Oh, that's a nice perch. There we go. There we go. There's perch number 3. Got 3 perch on the stringer right now. I'm looking for 2 more, and I think that'd be plenty of perch. There we go. Fish on. Oh. Bass on the fly are pretty fun. Choked it. Dude, that's a fatty. That's a fat perch. That's a big perch right there. Should have plenty of meat on them. All right. It was a pain, but we got the perch filleted. So now it's time to get a fire going and start cooking dinner. Go. Perch tacos. Might be a little, might have overdone it there, but I don't see it being too big of a deal. Well, we just lost one on the dry. There's our first fish on a dry fly, a smallmouth. This little guy's yelling at me. I just got back to what was my campsite. Thanks for watching. It was a good trip. It was a really good trip. Caught a lot of fish, a lot of different species. It was cool to eat perch for the first time. I don't know if it was my favorite, but overall it was a good time. I'll catch you next time. Little guy after little guy after little guy.